not Tristan's. This is for Michelle and Rob, DS Rob. I met that absolutely amazing couple in AC, and the both of them had duodenal switch, the biliopancreatic diversion with the duodenal switch. I just want to preface this, disclaimer. The following is what I'm going to say for duodenal switch patients. This is not going to be applicable to lap band, VSG, or RNY patients, okay? So if you've had the other 3 surgeries, what I'm going to say is not going to apply to you. What I'm going to say for people who have had those 3 surgeries is going to sound like I'm an absolute asshole. What the fuck am I saying? Janine, you're fucking nuts. And she's whack. Thumbs downer. I'm never watching her again, okay? However, if you've had duodenal switch, what I'm going to say will make total sense, and I will be able to help you. Moving on. Just want to go over some bullshit. I'm down about 250 pounds. Okay, my highest weight was about 398. I'm about 148 to 153. You know, I got like a 5-pound window, you know, depending upon my day. So I've lost about 250. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm relatively successful with managing the duodenal switch. So let me just give you some tips that I use, that I have used, and that I've continuously found out work with all my duodenal switch friends. From what you explained to me in Atlantic City, you guys ain't eating enough. Fuck no. If we fed you, let's say you had, let's say for shits and giggles, just for the sake of having round numbers, okay? You did 100 grams of fat a day. You and Rob were sitting in front of the TV popping tablespoons of butter because you had nothing else to do, okay? So if you did that, it'd bump you up to, you'd be eating 900 calories worth of fat, okay, because it's 9 calories for every 1 gram of fat. But we would only be actually consuming, meaning absorbing, 180 calories, okay? Because I multiplied that by 20%. Because the 80% goes out your shitter, let's be honest. And 20% is what your body absorbs, okay? So we are gonna only keep 20% of that. So now you've got 180 calories in your body for the day if you had 100 grams of fat. Alright? Now, so that takes care of our fat for the day. Now let's talk about protein. Alright? Protein can be between 50 to 55% of absorption. Alright? Let's keep it at 50 for the sake of math. Alright? There is, I'm sorry, my eye is itchy. Okay. Whew. Okay. So, there are 4 calories in each 1 gram of protein. Alright? So, if you ate 100 grams of protein a day, you'd have 400 calories in your mouth. Your body would only take 50% of that. Okay? So you'd have 200 calories in your body, okay? I'm keeping a log, okay? So now you got 200 in your tummy, okay? Now let's go to carbs, because you only got protein, fat, and carbs, okay? So now let's go to carbs. You got simple carbs, and you got complex carbs. Blech. Complex carbs, technically you absorb 60% of complex carbs. Simple carbs, you do 100%. Let me explain simple and complex. Alright, simple carbs are not whole grains. Things like sugar, white bread, crackers that are, you know, plain old white crackers. Anything made with flour, okay, plain old flour. Stuff like that. That's simple carbs, okay? That starts digesting on your tongue. So your body starts absorbing it the second it hits your tongue. That's sugar, okay? It just turns to sugar, bam, your body starts absorbing it. It says, ooh, yum, and you take it in. Complex carbs are things like corn, brown rice, you know, the harder stuff to digest, the stuff that your body would have a chance to shit out. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, Michelle, and Rob, I never counted complex carbs. I just shushed them all into regular carbs because I wasn't in the mood to do the extra math. Fuck it. I turned them all into carbs. So I just said I took all the calories in. Alright? So, meh. Just count all the carb calories to the carb calories. Alright? So, let's say, so there's 4 grams of calories, excuse me, there's 4 calories in every 1 gram of carb, okay? So, the ice cream man's going by the house. Woo! Okay, so, let's say you did 100 carbs for the day. 100 times 4 is going to be 400. Okay? Alright. So now we got our log. I'm looking at 180, which was our fat, 200, which was our protein, 400, which was our carbs. We're only doing 780 calories for the day. Fuck, hold on. It's Tristan. Hi, Lovey Buggy.
Hey, babe, how you doing?
Good. He says hello everyone on the video. Alright. Okay, honey. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. I love you too. Bye. Okay, so like I said, that's only going to be 780 calories for the whole day. You're starving your body. I don't want to hear that you've got weight loss surgery. Fuck it. It's still a body. It's still a human body. You're starving it. 780 calories. You're starving it. You got to bump it up. Alright? At least get it to 1,000. At least. So, you've got 3 items here. 3 opportunities. Fat, protein, carbs. To bump up. What do you think you're going to bump up? What would be the smartest move? Would it be the fat? Would it be the protein? Or would it be the carbs? Bump up the protein. So let's try again, okay? So, if we bumped up, let's bump up the protein to 50 grams, okay? If we bumped up the protein to 150 grams of protein a day, that's going to bring you to 600 calories. Now, Divide that in half because protein we only absorb 50%. That's going to knock it up to 300 calories. Okay? That's going to increase your calorie count by 100. So now you're up to 880 calories a day. That's good. You can also increase your fat to as much as you need to. Alright? So, I'm just giving you these examples. Alright, you want to bump up the protein, bump up the fat, keep the carbs low. You want to keep the, well, not necessarily low, but no low. You want to keep your carbs to 100 and under. Maybe splurge to 125 on some days, but 100 and under, okay? You want to keep the carbs low for the sake of your belly and digestion, alright? Because I'm going to gross out some people here if you're not a DS, but I'm making the video for a DS couple. Fuck yous. When you have the DS and you eat carbs, it gives you gas. Sometimes it gives you the shits. And it's uncomfortable. So, for the sake of your belly, keep the carbs relatively low. But bump up the carbs, bump up the fat, bump up the protein. Bump it up. How you can bump up the protein and the fat at the same time. Don't do things like white meat unless it's better for your belly, okay? Like my snack right now, this is all I've eaten the entire day. I am double doing. I'm putting 2 pieces of meat and a piece of cheese on 1 cracker. This thing came with 2 sleeves of crackers. I'm only halfway down 1 sleeve of crackers, and I have very little meat and I have very little meat and cheese left. So I'm picking on the meat and the cheese like crazy because I'm double doing it. But I'm going very easy on the crackers. Do you know what I mean? So I'm eating the fatty meats and the fatty cheese, but I'm going easy on the crackers. So you got to start making changes like that. If you can switch from things like chicken breasts to chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, that would be good. You got to find recipes for things like pork. You know, maybe make like carnitas at home. It's one of my favorites, even though I'm Italian. You know, if you're gonna make a steak, if you can handle it, if you can't handle it, do things like meatballs. And when you make meatballs, do the meatball mix, and I don't mean just chop meat. I mean do the beef, pork, and veal mix, because it's got more fat in it. Or if you can't find the beef, pork, veal, do the 80% beef, not the 90%. You know, do it with more fat. You just got to get more fat in your diet. You got to get more beef in your diet. Excuse me, not beef. Protein in your diet. Just up the protein, up the fat, up the calories. Keep the carbs relatively low. It sounds silly because you're like, yo, I'm trying to lose weight. Why are you putting more shit in my face? But you're starving your body. And your body's like, whoa, I better be careful. Lord knows when the next time is I'm going to get a bout of calories. So your body's like really reeling in the energy right now, and it's not trying to expend the energy to get rid of the fat. It's trying to hold on to it because it feels starved. So you gotta eat a little more, sweetie pants. Make sense? Maybe not, but trust me, it's what you gotta do. If you got any questions for me, either leave them below, Facebook me. If you Facebook me, I will give you my phone number. Whatever you want to do, just I'll help you and the hubby as much as you need. Just tell me. So I love you. It was a pleasure and a blessing to meet the both of you guys at AC. I'm gonna go stuff my face until Tristan comes home. It's 6:30, but he had to work late. So, yeah. Love you. Bye.